Let's go to some of these tweets before I get on out of here with the calls. 888-SAS-5303. That's 888-727-5303. That's the number to call up. These are your tweets that you've sent, so I'm going to read some of them. I'm going to work with you and before I get on out of here for the day. At ADHDGOAT writes, did you like the in-season tournament? Man, don't waste my time with some damn question like this. You know you see me on First Take. You know you see me on SportsCenter. You know you see me on NBA Countdown, and you damn sure see me on this show. I've been said that I like the in-season tournament. Don't ask me to repeat myself again. You're going to sit up there and take time to write a damn question. You could have came up with something better than that. Get it together. Next question, please. At Big Kai, K-E-I, 2019 writes, is Chris Bosh better than Anthony Davis? No. Who was LeBron's best big man? I would say that's Anthony Davis, okay? I would give you that. But what I would tell you is this, Anthony Davis is not his best teammate. LeBron James' best teammate was Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade was who helped teach LeBron James how to win. Dwayne Wade was that big brother. You remember when LeBron James went to Miami and he was a bit scared to sit alone and take questions from the media, where Dwayne Wade had to escort him at every press conference to make sure he didn't stand alone by himself to talk to the media because the shrapnel of criticism, having that pariah stigma on his shoulders was something he had difficulty handling. Dwayne Wade was who helped him overcome all of that. He wasn't the only one, but he was the main one. So because of that, I would tell you, no, Bosh is not better than Anthony Davis because Anthony Davis, particularly with his A game, is all-world, top 7 player on the planet. But he's not LeBron James' best teammate. That would be Dwayne Wade. He's just not a big man. Anthony Davis would be LeBron's best big man. That much I will say. Next question, please. Let's go to that. At Darren STTB writes, do the Sixers need another star to pair with Embiid, or is Maxey the answer? The answer to the question is both. Maxey is the answer, but they also need an additional piece. Maybe a Zach LaVine or somebody along those lines. Embiid with Maxey is not enough. Embiid is all-world. He's special. Maxey is special as well. But it's a lot to ask for somebody as young and as talented as Maxey is. It's still a lot to ask come playoff time in a best-of-7 series for it to be just about him and Embiid. I know Tobias Harris is on that squad. I know Covington and others are on that squad. But I'm talking about you need just one more additional piece at that off-guard spot. We don't want anybody messing with Maxey at the point, but we want a big-time scorer at the 2 guard. I think it would be Zach LaVine. If Zach LaVine was to land with the Philadelphia 76ers, I think the Philadelphia 76ers' chances of coming out of the East would elevate exponentially. Next one. At Who's Breezy UK writes, Stephen A., this girl asked to hang out, but I said no because I want to go to the weekend concert in Fortnite. Was I wrong for this? I really want to go. You're not used to getting none, are you? I mean, you want to pass up a night out on a date. Now, if you said you don't want to go with her, period, because you're not interested in her, I get that. But you're basically saying, I don't want to be with her right then because I really want to go to this virtual concert right here, this video game, whatever the hell it is. This is what you're talking about. So rather than press her buttons, you'd rather press some real remote control button or whatever that's going to take you to some virtual concert or something. Really? Why didn't you ask her to join you? Do you like girls? It's a legitimate question. Because why wouldn't you ask her to go with you? Do you like her? It's a legitimate question too. But in the end, go. Do what you want to do. But I am concerned about you because you haven't entertained what you're potentially missing out on here. That's strange. I'll leave it at that. Let me go to the calls before I get on out of here for the day. Appreciate y'all hanging with me. I get some weird messages. I ain't gonna lie. I get some really, really, really weird messages. But it's time for me to take some calls, so let's get right to it. Let's get to Javal in Orlando. You're live with Stephen A. What's up, Javal? Talk to me.
Oh, man, I'm a huge fan. I've been a fan for years now, Stephen A. I listened to your audiobook recently. It was very inspirational. Straight Shooter was a great listen.
Thank you.
The part that touched me the most was when you talked about your brother Basil, how he said you're going to be a star. And shortly afterwards, he passed. Well, I also lost a brother, and he was very inspirational to me. So my question is, Stephen A., how do you use, back in that moment when it happened and currently now, how do you use your inspiration from grief and take that motivation to fuel you to be the brightest star that you can be?
Well, I appreciate the question, and I thank you for your comments. I think it's important, Javal, that you have to remember that when you lose someone that you love, when they pass away, remember, one of the reasons you love them so much is the kind of inspiration that they serve to provide to you. Their presence, their laugh, their level of communication, their presence, their company, all of these things play a role. And so the way to overcome some of those doldrums, some of those negative feelings, that depressive kind of thing that tends to bring you down, is engaging in recall, remembering what they said to you. One of the things that my mom said to me that was a very, very powerful statement that helped me get through so much, no matter how painful her loss has been to me, was that my mother would look at me and she says, "Why are you crying? Why are you so upset?" And I said, "I'm gonna miss you." And she says, "I understand that and I appreciate that." She said, "But you do understand this is the way it was supposed to be." She said, "Because if you love me, you don't want it to be the other way around. You don't want me to be here having to mourn you. I've prepared you for me to move on. You know what to do when I'm gone, because you know I'll always be with you and I'll always be watching over you." That is what you have to hold on to when it comes to your loved ones and the kind of inspiration that they provided to you. You have to remember that, Javal. You have to think about not just how you're feeling with them gone. You have to think about what they wanted for you while they were still alive. And you hold on to that and use that as a source of inspiration to push and march forward and to uplift yourself, because that's exactly what they would expect, because that's exactly what they want from you and what they prepared you to be able to do. All right?
That was beautiful.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. God bless you. Happy holidays. Isaiah, you're live with Stephen A. Talk to me. What's going on? Isaiah in Atlanta.
What's up, Stephen A?
What's up?
With the recent success with the Lakers in the in-season tournament, you know, LeBron winning the tournament and winning tournament MVP, solidifying him as the GOAT. Once his career hits an end, where do you see him, or how do you see the NBA tributing him once his legendary season?
I have no idea.
Like,
I have no idea. I mean, I think there's no question that if LeBron announces this will be his last season, whenever that season occurs, city to city, arena to arena, he will be honored. And he will deserve every second of it, because what he has meant to the league, what he has done for the league, is comparable along the same lines of Kobe Bryant, of Michael Jordan, of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, of Dr. J. Julius Erving, and various others. When he marches city to city, all right, you're going to revere him and celebrate him the way that you should, because there are very few people in the history of sports who deserve it more than him. That's what I see. How that will transpire remains to be seen, but that's what I see. Appreciate the call, Isaiah. Thank you so much. Trey in Emerald, Texas. You're live with Stephen A. What's going on, man? How are you?
Hey, Stephen A., I'm good. How about you, man?
I'm great. Talk to me. Happy holidays.
Yes, happy holidays to you, too. It's about LeBron James, all right? So, for me personally, he's the best player in the NBA today. At his age, almost 39 years old. I mean,
today,
dominating
you said today?
Yes, he's the best player in the NBA.
Let me ask you this question, Trey. Is he better than Jokic?
Yes.
Okay. Some people would say otherwise. Jokic is a big man. He looks slower. He looks sloppy, but his numbers, his level of efficiency, his accuracy, the fact that he's a reigning defending champion and he swept LeBron James en route to winning that championship has a lot to do with what people feel. But go ahead.
Okay, I get that. But LeBron James was hurt last year.
No, he
coming
wasn't.
off an injury.
No, that's not an excuse. We're not
Because-
using that. We're not using that. He was there in the playoffs. He was busting ass until he ran into Denver.
Right. And but this year, you know, like seeing him play, I mean, this dude's just dominating the NBA still at age 38. You know, and here's the thing. You know,
You're
we're
getting on
taking
my
this for granted.
you're getting on my nerves. You're taking too long to get to your damn point. You're running out of time
So
because you're not accurate. Go ahead.
What's your point? What's your point about? What's your thoughts about LeBron being the best player still in the game?
Listen. Right now, I would put Jokic ahead of him. I'd put LeBron right up there with Giannis. No doubt about it. The Jason Tatums of the world, the Joel Embiids of the world, no question about it. I put LeBron right in that conversation, but I can't give him a nod over Jokic because of Jokic's efficiency and the credentials. He's the champion right now. He's the reigning defending champion that swept LeBron James and Anthony Davis to pull it off. I cannot give LeBron James the edge over him. And by the way, the Lakers are 14-9 right now. So is Denver, and I get all of that. The Lakers played lights out with the in-season tournament. The other games, not so much. And LeBron is shooting like 60% from three-point range. We know that's not going to last. We know that's not going to last. And so we got to look at it from that perspective. But I get your point. Thanks a lot for the call, man. Jacob in Syracuse. Jacob in Syracuse, you're live with Stephen A. Jacob, are you there?
Yes, can you hear me, Stephen?
Go ahead, Jacob. How are you?
Good. How are you, Stephen?
I'm all right. What's going on?
All right. So I got another LeBron question for you.
Yeah.
How do you think him winning the in-season tournament affects his legacy all time?
I don't think it has much of an effect. I think when you're the first at anything, you can't ignore it, and you have to give him his props for pulling it off in his 21st season, approaching the age of 39. That is true, but it's an in-season regular tournament that took place. They played about 5 games before the championship game. He beat an Indiana squad that had no answer for Anthony Davis. We respect him, and it's a reminder of his leadership, the fact that he is the man in the NBA that carries the baton. We respect him. We revere him for that. But in the grand scheme of things, we all know what we're looking for. What you going to do come playoff time and the finals. And it's really not about him. It's really about Anthony Davis. Are you going to put up 40 and 20 in multiple games in the NBA playoffs, or are you going to score 41 game and 11 the next like you did against Jokic in the conference finals? Those are the questions that we're asking more so than anything else. But it's certainly not a blemish. It's something that's an additive to LeBron James' legacy and resume, but it's not the biggest thing in the world.
Right. Do you think he stole the in-season tournament MVP from AD?
No, AD got the MVP for the game. LeBron got it for the tournament because LeBron deserved it for the tournament and AD deserved it for the game. I got no problems with that.
That's right.
Take it easy.
All right. Thank you.
No